Wait a second. All right, I'm gonna buy NASDAQ.
So I just took the buy trade on NASDAQ, buying both US30 and NASDAQ, so I'm also going to do the same.
All right, target 1, target 2 for US30. Stop loss on NASDAQ.
Yeah, it's very volatile today.
Target 2 on US30.
This is the first trading day of the week, and
We're in a weird spot.
Mamba FX forex signals. So I'll be taking the first trade for the week now. And as you can see, in the live session, currently in the live session, this is Mamba doing an analysis of US30.
4% max. You need to allow yourself to lose 20-30 trades in a row.
So I'm currently waiting for
That's the goal.
Mamba to call the trade on
5 trades.
either US30
Literally
or
25 trades in a row, no wins.
So from the look of this analysis, I think he's looking for a buy trade on US30. So let's see. Okay, I'll wait for him to call the trade and I'm hoping. I think he's looking at US 100.
Wait a second. All right, I'm gonna buy NASDAQ.
Okay, I just took the buy trade on NASDAQ, buying both US30 and NASDAQ, so I'm also going to do the same.
All right, target 1, target 2 for US30. Stop loss on NASDAQ.
Yeah, it's
NASDAQ.
very volatile today.
Target 2 on US30. Trying to manage both these trades right quick. It's a little difficult. But NASDAQ's done with out of NASDAQ, just all in US30. Added a position at target 3, and now we're pushing once more. Target 4 hit.
Oh,
Target 5.
I just missed US30.
Down here, target 5 actually.
Missed US30.
Holy shit.
Took a buy on NASDAQ and missed US30.
Alright. 37K
Gone.
and 15K. Target 5 just got hit. Took a stop loss on NASDAQ. And it was 1 to 5, which makes up for 5 losses. Up to like 30. Boom. What are we doing? Yeah, fabs. If I say buy 2 at the same fucking time, to buy 2. Okay? I'm the professional trader here that's been doing this for years, right? You're the guy who paid me to watch. So don't question me why I said buy 2, okay? Don't ever question why I said buy. I'll take it. If I just made $60,000, I think it's a fair question. You know, anything. But it is what it is. I'm not taking any more trades.
This leads us to the end of today's session trading with Mamba FX. So today we took 2 trades. The first trade on US 100 and the second trade US 30, of which I actually missed the US 30 trade, and I took the US 100 trade. Eventually that trade ended up a losing trade. But then it is the first day of the week, so I'll be looking forward to taking more trades this week. So Mamba FX call trades during the 3 sessions we have, which is the New York session, Asian session, and London session. For the New York session, Mamba FS called the trade himself. All the sessions trades are called live. So the host live session on Zoom, they post the link when it's time, and then people join the live session, and on this live session they do a quick analysis on the pair they are looking out to take a trade, and then they call this trade live. As you can see, Mamba FX just called a trade, and the session is done already. So the next session I'll be taking the trade is the Asian session, of which would be hosted by a different trader, not Mamba FX. Mamba FX only calls a trade during New York session. So during Asian session, we'll get to see a different trader call a trade during Asian session. And same thing applies to London session. So London session, a different trader calls the trade. So I will be looking forward to take the next trade, which is the Asian session trade. So whatsoever the outcome may be, I will definitely keep you guys updated. Today is the 24th of February 2026, and I have just closed 3 trades called from the Kingdom by Mamba FX. The first trade was called during London session by Coach Emmett, and the second and third trade was called by Mamba FX himself. So the first trade was called during London session, and then the second and the third trade was called during New York session. So I'll quickly show you guys how the trade looked like on my MC5. So the first trade was on DAX during London session. So this is the trade. He called the sale trade on DAX during London session, and it ended up a break-even trade because the trade was actually in motion, and then price was not really giving him the move he wants, so he asked us to close the trade at break-even, of which I did. I closed this trade at break-even. And the next trade he called was still on DAX. Now, immediately we closed at break-even. It took about 5 minutes, roughly 5 minutes. He called a sell trade on the same DAX Germany 30 index, and I took the sell trade, risking $100, which is 1% of my account, and then I made $203.81 from this trade. So this was actually a good trade. I won't lie, it was a very good trade called by Coach. After London session, we had another trade from Mamba FX, which was called during New York session. The first trade was on US 30, which I actually did close in loss. I lost about $137.80. So this trade was a sell on US 30. I took a loss on this trade, and after this trade was called, he also called a trade on NASDAQ. So for the NASDAQ trade, I closed with about 9.02. Why? Because price didn't really move great on this particular pair, so I had to close because the session was ending at that point in time. I was not making money, so I had to close the trade with about $9.02. So this is a brief summary of how today's trade looked like. So the best trade for the day is on DAX, which I closed about $203.81. This was called during London session. I closed NASDAQ with a profit of 9.02. He actually asked us to close, and thank God I did, because immediately I closed, price reversed, which I'll show you guys on the screen. Price reversed. So this is a brief summary of how today's trade looked like. So far so good. It's not really bad. Second day taking trade from the Kingdom by Mamba FX is not really bad. The best performing trade for the week is, or rather for the day, is on Germany 30 index, of which I made $203.81. So I think it's a good start for the week. So let's see what tomorrow holds for us. On this day, trade was called during London session on DAX 30, and it was all losing trade. So we had like 3 consecutive losses in a row. The first trade, I lost $187.61. So for this trade, remember my risk per trade is $1. So for this trade, I didn't calculate my lot size properly, so I lost more than 1% on this trade. But on the second trade, I had to readjust in order to meet up with the risk I had on the first trade, and for the second trade I lost $61.59. So the first trade was called a sell trade. We took this trade, and then price hits the stop loss. After about 2 to 3 minutes, he called another sell on the same pair, DAX 30, and it was a losing trade as well. For this trade, we didn't wait for this trade to hit stop loss. He called for a close. Immediately price started to move against his predicted direction. And then the last trade he called, I lost $97.23 on this trade. So for this trade, it was still a sell position. He called after 5 minutes. After 5 minutes of closing the second position, he called this trade again, and it ended up a losing trade. And then fast forward to New York session, still the same day, Mamba FX called a trade on US 30, and for this trade I opened 2 positions. Honestly, the second position was accidental, it was not intentional. So the first trade I made $261.10, and the second trade I made $61.70. So the New York session on this day, on the 25th of February, was a winning session. So I closed the session with a win. So I had to change my broker account because the commission on the account I was using was quite high. So and it was kind of affecting the P&L, so I had to change to an account with no commission and tight spread. So I'll be showing you guys the account, and I've been able to take couples of just few trades on the account. So I'll be using this account to continue the series. This is the new account. I moved my balance to this new account with zero spread and no commission. All these trades are called on live. So they have a specific time where they post the Zoom link, and when the Zoom link is posted, everybody in the group here, every trader in the group join this live session, and during the live session trades are called live. Before the trades are called, there are analysis. So these traders do analysis. They give a brief breakdown on what they are looking out for, and then immediately these trades play out, or immediately this trade hits their criteria, their entry criteria. They call this trade, and then the traders execute the trade. I am inside TRADETREKK platform, and I'm going to quickly upload the trades I took this week in order to make this very accurate, in order to give a proper data for the trade I took this week. I'm going to upload the trade, so I'll be using what we call CSV to upload this trade on the journaling platform, and every trader out there can also do it as well. So this is one of the easiest, or rather the easiest way to upload trades without manually imputing them on your trading journal. So the first thing I'll do is I'll first of all add an account, which is this, add an account, and then import from CSV. So I would just have to rename the account's name. So the account's name is, let me just name it as the Kingdom by Mamba FX broker, and then account size, just going to put the account size, and then we have I'm going to do it like this, and then platform I use NC5, then import straight from CSV. So I have already downloaded the file from my broker. So broker give you access to CSV, of which I have downloaded mine. So I believe you can also do that. But then if you don't know how to do that, I'll also make a video on how to get CSV files from your broker. I have just uploaded the file, and as you can see, the platform have automatically calculated the win rate, the P&L, the maximum drawdown, the trades I took. You can see the total trade I took. Now this is the first CSV for the first account with commission. So I'm just going to upload the second CSV, then we do a proper summary of the trades. I'm just going to do like this. So I click on profile, account, and then update from CSV. Then all I have to do is click on this on the CSV. So I have currently uploaded the CSV, and as you can see, this is the current data. So from this platform, we can see that I had a win rate of about 53.3%. So basically, I won about 53% of the total position I took for the week, and then my net P&L is minus 158. Now this net P&L also includes the commission. So everything in total, the commission and the profit or loss I made for this week. So everything, I'm currently in a drawdown of about 158. And when you take a look at the days, this is February 2026, you can see for this week in a negative of about $158. I started this series with a trade on the 23rd of this month, which is February. So you can see I took a trade on 23. I took a trade on 24, 25, 26, and also 27. And then let's quickly look at the trades. Now you can see all the total trade I took. Now you can see there are a lot of trades here. The reason why this trade are a lot is because we are always told to close our trade, close partials of our trade. So when a trade is called and maybe the trade run into little profits, we are asked to close partials. So this is why you can see this is just recording about 30 trades in total. So I didn't take up like 30 trades in total. No, it was the partials I closed that accumulated to this figure. So you can see total of 30 trades and total P&L 157.68, and then winning trade I had 16 winning trades and the win rate is 53.3. Now let's take a look at the report and see what we have here. So this is the overview. The next P&L we have 157.68, negative 157.68, and then like I said the win rate 53.3% and total trade 30. And when you look at the average win, you can see my average win is $41.85, average loss $59.09. My largest win is $233.10. My largest loss is $214.61. So my largest win is slightly higher than my largest loss, which is actually not bad. And then my profit factor is 0.81, the total commission of 253.52. So you can see the commission was quite high, but on subsequent series there won't be commission. Now the average hold time is 3 minutes for all trade. The average hold time for winners is 3 minutes. The average hold time for losers is 3 minutes. So they are all like the same time. And in the platform, we don't really hold trade for long. So immediately, they are scalpers, they scalp. So immediately they enter a trade, the trade is moving, they start to take out partials. Before you know, we are asked to close the trade. So we don't really hold trade for long because they are scalpers. We ended the week with a 53.3% win rate. Honestly, 1 week worth of data is not enough to really determine or know the actual win rates and risk reward of the trader. We need more data to know the actual win rate and risk reward. Honestly speaking, I can't wait to see what the actual win rate and risk reward will be like at the end of the series. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, share this with your friend, and if you have any recommendation for me or you want me to review any top trader signal, please drop it in the comment section and I'll look into that. Peace.